Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Happy Thursday. Today is September 8th. Welcome, September. I hope your September is going fabulous thus far. I wanted to come on today and share a video on my top everyday essentials that I take with me when I run appointments as an insurance broker. So as you know, I am licensed in life and health insurance. About 80% of my business is Medicare, and I do some life business here and there on the side as well. But like I said, I wanted to share with you some of my everyday essentials that I take with me every day. These things, if they could stay in my car, they would stay in my car. But these are definitely my must-haves. And if you see me looking down, I was looking at my desk at everything that I have, and I was like, okay, am I forgetting something? So no, these are things that I have with me every day, all day. If I'm leaving the house, this goes with me. So if I'm seeing a client, a potential client, if I'm going to an event, I have these items with me at all times. So first and foremost, I have now what do I do with it? My iPad. I have an iPad. And that is because I have my iPad here. I have a laptop as well, but I prefer to do business on the iPad only because it has its own Wi-Fi network, its own data. Everything I know that's in here is going to be locked for work. So I don't have any other like retail apps, none of that on here. This is strictly work. And then sometimes, you know, when you carry out your laptop, you don't always get a signal. You can't connect to the Wi-Fi. So I have this because it has everything in it, everything I need. So that's first. Second, I have my planner. And I think I talked about this in the last video, but this is the planner that I use kind of like week ahead, day to day. So this is my planner that's going to tell me what I have available as far as making appointments go. So I have that with me. Thirdly, I gotta have my cell phone. Now I'm filming on another phone because I actually have two, and one is strictly for business and the other is for my personal family and so forth. So I have a separate phone line that is strictly for business. So I know if it rings, it is a client calling me, or a lead or referral, something like that calling me. So I have to screen calls on my personal phone. I give everyone my business number and they call on that phone. Thirdly, it's my business, or are we on 4 or 3? Next, my business cards. I have them everywhere. They're in my glove box in my car. They are in my wallet. They are in my work bag. They are in my trunk. I have a small little bin with some lead cards and some business cards. Yes, so I keep business cards on me at all times. Next, I do keep paper applications. And I keep paper applications because back to what I was saying about sometimes your laptop is not working. There are far few times that this has not been working, and I've had to pull out the good old paper app. So, you know, we don't want to go that route. Everything is kind of digital nowadays. It makes it so much easier. But in those instances where you're in a rural area, the connection is just awful. The weather is bad, which is making the connection awful. I do have paper apps. So, paper apps. Next, I have my client intake forms, also known as like a needs analysis form. So I don't have a blank one to show you at the moment, but these forms, I set them up to name, address, you know, all that sort of stuff, all the information you need to be able to help them very well, to give them the right quote, to recommend the right plan. I use a client intake form for. So those. And then also, if you are in the Medicare space, you also need to have your scope of appointments. So I do have some of those with me as well. And then I have, oh, my marketing materials. So whether it's a flyer, whether it is a guide, anything related to the type of plan that they are looking for, I keep some marketing materials with me. I actually have a small bin, again, in my trunk. I think I've showed y'all my trunk. I got more than one small bin. But I have a small bin in my trunk that I keep various flyers and marketing materials in with me, so that when I am running appointments, I have those handy and I can just pull them out. And then lastly is I have my work bag. Just a small little work bag that I carry with me. And like I said, if I could keep all of this stuff in my car, I would. But of course, you can't keep your iPad and your cell phone and such in the car. But that is always ready to go when I run low on any of my paper apps that I may have to use, which I rarely do. But if I do, then I could just restock those. Again, I keep my business cards in various places, so I always have those handy. And then I just grab my bag and I go. So again, this was just a quick video on my top everyday essentials that I use that I feel like it's good to share. So just to run it back one more time, you need your planner, your phone, your iPad or laptop, paper applications, just in case you need those, your business cards, your client intake forms, and scope of appointments if you need those. And the scope of appointments can also be done digitally as well. But in the event that you get a last minute call for someone that wants to set up an appointment, they don't have internet to sign a electronic scope, take it with you. Take it with you. It's just good to have. I know it's really old school and I'm opportunity to talk about it now, but it's always good to have paper forms handy as well. So have those client intake forms, scope of appointments, and then have your marketing materials that you're going to present, whether that's an illustration, whether that's a flyer, whether that's a guide, whatever. And my advice is to keep a stash, a little packet in your car. So if you are out in the field and you're working and someone calls and they're like, hey, do you have any time today? You don't have to run back home. You already have all that information with you, and you could just go on to the next appointment. So yeah, I hope again that you all are having a great Thursday. I hope your September is off to an amazing start. It's going to be a great month. For my fellow Medicare peeps, it's going to be a busy month as we prep and prepare for our annual enrollment period, which is going to be very exciting. So enjoy the rest of your day, everyone, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.